Here's Ellis out there with Vucevic. And it's Kobe White. And it's Ball in at the point. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. And Greg, what stands out for both of these rosters is that they both feature top-tier athleticism.
And Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
Ball, the pass to Vucevic. Count it.
Well, Vucevic has got a number of moves he can go to. He's so comfortable this close to the cup.
Now here's Gobert. Right side, Edwards. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Rocket 6. And stolen by Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Nice shot by Gobert.
Over the course of his career, Rudy Gobert has become so much better finishing inside.
Now let's find out what head coach Chris Finch had to say to David Aldridge. David?
Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Ball. Julius Randle with the rebound. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players. Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
5 to shoot. Gobert, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Launches a 3, sinks the three-pointer.
Boy, Giddey, if he becomes a knockdown three-point shooter, you will not be able to guard this guy.
Randle outside. Vucevic against Gobert. Back to Randle. Will it go? And he lays it up and in.
Now, the physicality that Julius Randle possesses, this guy is always proven capable despite defenders nearby.
And McDaniels with the block. Randle gets to Conley. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Ball. Here's Giddey. Gobert with the block.
Almost inescapable, that 7'9" wingspan. Send it back, big Rudy Gobert.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the line for him here.
Shooting for Chicago, Nikola Vucevic. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Jones against DiVincenzo. Jones, the pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
He's got the size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Reed. Now McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nobody near Williams. Minnesota with the rebound.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to McDaniel. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shoots over Dosunmu. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Knocks it loose and stolen by DiVincenzo. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, you have to recognize the chance to push it, and they did. Great pass to get the ball behind the defense and an easy 2 points on the board.
A fader. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Jones. Vucevic has got 10 points. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. DiVincenzo against Jones. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. That one good for 2. 6 points for him.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
DiVincenzo against Jones. Reed with the block. Alexander Walker passes to Clark. To the paint. There's McDaniels. No good on that one. Excellent defense there from Smith. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Here's Dillingham. Here's Reed. He can't get it to go. Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for Chicago. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We come back right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. Kevin Huerter is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Lonzo Ball. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's White in at the shooting guard position. Randall surveying the D. It's Edwards on the wing. 5 on the clock. Releases. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down. Now it's just 3 on the bucket from Randall.
Well, the strength of Julius Randle is an obvious asset. This guy, despite being undersized, is able to finish through contact.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Some changes for Minnesota. Clark comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dillingham. And a change for the Bulls. Giddey's checked in. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
White finds ball, fires for three. Randall grabs the board. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. They trail by one. Outside Conley. The pass to Randall. Timberwolves passing it around. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. It's stolen by Buzelis. And the rejection by Clark. Minnesota shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Conley kicks to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Here's Randall. 2 points. That one goes. Randall's got the lead up to 1 now for the Timberwolves. And a closer look here at the hustle stand for Minnesota.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
So timeout called here, the first for Chicago. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Vucevic checked in for Chicago. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Now, this guy is a crafty scorer. If Vucevic starts to cook, fellas, look out.
Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. Clark finds Gobert. Shoots over Vucevic. It's all in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's White. Lays it up off the glass. White's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Clark with it, now guarded by Ball. Edwards passes to Gobert. Shoots over Vucevic. Randall kicks to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Pocket 4. Move inside by Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
And Ball slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You can see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Back to Randall. Passes to Clark. Here's Edwards. Chicago grabs the miss.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch. Reed's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Lonzo Ball. Knocked away. Dishes it to White. Pass to Giddey. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
White the pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
Bounce pass from Clark. Randall finds Reed. Vucevic with the block. And he gets it back. Reed gets the bucket. 40 seconds left in the first half. And here's White. And he uses the glass on the layup. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Edwards looking it over. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The beauty of Anthony Edwards, there's a lot of natural talent, but there is the work ethic and the willingness to be coached that will allow him to maximize his abilities.
The Timberwolves shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That one is off.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And he sinks the second.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
Here he goes. Reed. And Reed throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, Gia, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Nikola Vucevic on fire in the first half. He had 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 block. And last game, he could... And that does it for our halftime show. We now...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. A 2-point game. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And that one is good. Gobert's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randle has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Ball finishes with power, not just going for the layup, solid at throwing it down deep inside.
A moment now to hear from our sideline recorder, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Here's Giddey.
Rudy Gobert is as intense a defender as you're going to find in the NBA, and he refuses to give up anything easy.
McDaniels against Giddey. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert dishes to Conley. Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Gobert.
Well, how about that beautiful touch from inside? Rudy Gobert feeling like he can shoot over anyone.
To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Pushing it up. And there's Buzelis on the assist by White. White's got his 3rd assist on the night. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Conley. There's the pass to Edwards. And here's Randall. Buzelis grabs the board. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Here's Ball. Gobert with the block. And he's able to get it back. Ball with the bucket. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's McDaniels. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. The Bulls leading by 4. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the 2nd time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Randall, and Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Collins checked in for Chicago. Stolen by Conley. And it's good for 2. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
Mike Conley out in transition on the break, eager to help his team convert. Nicely done.
Gobert with the block. Giddey against McDaniel. Here's Gobert. The shot, no good. Collins with some nice D. And it's Giddey in the corner. Here's Buzelis. The layup off target. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the 3rd quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Conley feeling it out.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd.
He kicks it to McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. For the tie. And Conley puts it in. Conley's got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Michael Conley. Osumu finds Herter. Into the lane. Out to Smith. Tries again. Yep, that one goes. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. 52 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Dosumu's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. McDaniels with the bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Dillingham. To the inside. And it's Williams. That time the assist by Jones.
Assist goes to
Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from McDaniel.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. The Bulls on top. They're up by 4. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Smith is out there with Williams. Then there's Dosunmu. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Vucevic in its center. Pass to Vucevic. Down low. And then Smith with the dunk.
Oh, my goodness. Off his feet in a hurry. You love to see Jalen Smith play with aggression in the paint.
DiVincenzo passes to Reed. Back to DiVincenzo. And they pick up 2.
And the Heat not really doing its job here. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
DiVincenzo against Jones. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Randall outside. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Now Reed. He's looking for DiVincenzo and finds him. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The Bulls shooting straight 49% from the field. Jones kicks to Williams. Randall with some nice D. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. To tie it up. Edwards getting the close range 2.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Oh, it got ugly there for a stretch. Nothing was working, but they've come back and have a chance to seal the deal.
Here's DiVincenzo. A miss that time would have put him up.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Chalk up 2 there.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. To take the lead. Edwards with confidence.
Now, the work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert comes in for Reed. And it's Conley in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Jalen Smith. Josh Giddey comes in for Williams. Kobe White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And Ball subbed in for Trey Jones. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. You wouldn't know they were down from what he was talking about. He was positive with the team. He was calm. He said he wanted to keep them focused. It's a pretty good approach, guys. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals. really pressuring those ball handlers.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
To the right side. Shoots from 12. Ball with the rebound.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
The 10-footer. Misses off the right iron. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. DiVincenzo. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Giddey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Bulls moving the ball around. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
Already such a terrific passer. Love seeing Josh Giddey share the wealth.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
We present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
Here's Edwards. Edwards holding off the knee and converts.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
To the left side wing. Here's Vucevic. That shot is off. Gobert with the defensive effort. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Handle outside. For 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Pass to Buzelis.
Timberwolves foul. Julius Randle. 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul. Off the line for the Bulls. Buzelis. Taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the gap to 1. It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. Conley dishes to Randle. The pass to Gobert. Lock at 6. From 13. And it's White with the rebound.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Gobert the pass to Randle. Back to Gobert. Randle outside. Passes it to McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 1. 6 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Timberwolves dancing.
6 seconds left in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Good on the first, and that ties the game up. And And so both free throws good that time. And that puts them ahead. Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot. And it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Chicago calls timeout. They're in front by 1. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He drops the first one and then to put them up by 2.
Taking 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battle.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.